Hi everyone, my name is Ryan Haar and this is my Module 1 presentation. Like I said, my name is Ryan Haar. I'm from Pueblo, Colorado, which is about 2 hours south of Denver. I am 34 years old. I've been married to my beautiful wife, Colby, for the past 10 years. Together we have a 5-year-old daughter named Sadie. She'll soon be 6 next month. And we have a son on the way coming in December. I'm a social studies teacher at Dutch Clark Digital here in Pueblo, Colorado. This is my 8th year of teaching. I'm also the assistant head football coach at Pueblo South High School and entering my 14th year of coaching football. Like I said, Dutch Clark Digital is an online school here in Pueblo. I am the social studies teacher here, the assistant football coach and offensive run game coordinator at Pueblo South High School. I got my bachelor's degree in history and education from Colorado State University, Pueblo. And I got my first master's degree in sports coaching from the University of Northern Colorado. And this is my second master's that I am pursuing. So what is action research? It is the practical research that involves making changes to a practice, gathering new insight to make changes and improvements. The purpose of it is to explore and understand and improve the practices that are currently being done. The 4 main types of action research right now are individual, collaborative, school, and district. The goal of action research is to evaluate outcomes, enhance student achievement, improve educational practices. We're looking for continuous and ongoing research and focus on certain specific aspects of learning. The main steps that we look at, according to Spencer, there's 3 phases. Phase 1 is planning, the literature review and design. Phase 2 is using action, qualitative and quantitative data. And phase 3 is the analysis, followed by a conclusion. Everybody kind of follows these. It's research, development, and then action at the end. The difference between action research and traditional research is that action research is continual quest for knowledge and theorizing, implementing, evaluating, changing the practices that are in place now for the betterment of learning, compared to traditional research, which is just gathering information on a certain topic. The common problems that are associated with action research is that the data being used is not public and should not be used without written consent. You have to make sure that we're following confidentiality, proper training for the data collection that we see. We also need to explain the methods of the research and the impact that it has to the stakeholders that it's going to affect. The teachers within a school could be doing the same thing and not collaborating is another problem that we see. The research being conducted isn't shared with the proper audiences, so we're not getting the true effects that we could from the research. And then lastly, there might be a lack of trust among some individuals collecting widespread data. To evaluate my current teaching practices, I am a data-driven person. My school being online, we do collect a lot of data, but I do recognize that I use the data in the wrong way sometimes, and it is something that I do work on. I need to improve on how I implement a little bit more effective e-learning community. We are online, but we do have a blended program to where we're able to do some in-person stuff. And so kind of finding the line between in-person and e-learning sometimes can be a little bit hard. The research says that with student learning, we got to make the students aware of the research so that they have an impact on what the research is going to be. So sharing data with them and showing them what the trends are is always a good thing so that they're able to understand what's going on. And we want to make sure that we're focusing on change in particular classrooms, identify the classroom management, instructional strategies, cognitive abilities and behaviors. We want to collect and observe the data and correctly understand the trends and make some changes. And we're going to seek external support when we need to, and update data on certain areas of the curriculum and practices. To critique, I'm trying to improve and gather data-driven information so that I can better serve my students. Sometimes I get stuck. We're in the same curriculum all the time with the online program, and so sometimes I get stuck, and it's nice to be able to talk with some of my teammates here and be able to look at different ways. And we're not really seeing the testing right now in physical education here, and so we are, as a school, looking at ways that we can figure out some different testing to go towards some of these elective classes. And so I want to use my master's classes to help implement change throughout throughout the classroom, throughout our school, and throughout our community, especially in the online platforms that we have. Some of the problem solving at the school level, we do not, on a widespread level, increase scope and content. We do use one online curriculum called Apex. So we need to be able to meet and kind of look and see where it is that we can improve with these. And even though we do small-scale research within the school, we don't outwardly share it to our audience. We need to be able to share our trends better with our students and our stakeholders, so that we're able to grow from that. So looking at the different components of action research here, component 1.2 is to utilize action research for the improvement of students, staff, community by using data design, implementation, and evaluation. Component 4.1 is action research is designed to elevate or evaluate, develop, and implement high-quality curriculum and process to enhance the student academic and non-academic programs using technology. That's a big one for us with it being online. Component 4.2, develop academic and non-academic practices and resources to develop equity, digital literacy, and technologies through evaluation, development, and implementation. Component 4.3 is to create formal and informal evaluation, development, and implementation of data-informed instruction to improvement to increase student outcomes and well-being through the culturally responsive and transparent assessments. And component 4.4 is we're going to work together as a staff, a district, and a community to collaborate, evaluate, develop, and implement the school's curriculum, instructional practices, assessments, use of technology in a meaningful, unbiased, and standardized manner. Here are the standard correlations for this module and the references that I used. Thanks, guys, and I look forward to going through this class with you.